Gustong-gusto ko talaga itong ating opening billboard na music, no? Hello World ang title niyan. At hindi ako magaling sumayaw, pero pag nakaupo, yan pwede. Welcome back po dito sa ating PSTV Plus podcast channel. Ako po inyong kaibigan sa ipapawid ng inyong Direk Rene, Kuya Rene. Magandang gabi po dito sa Aotearoa, New Zealand at magandang hapon dyan po sa ating inang bayan at ibang parte ng mundo na may mga Pinoy na nakikinig at nanonood sa PSTV Plus. Maraming salamat po sa inyong suporta. Ako po ay talagang from the bottom of my heart, talagang nagpapasalamat po ako sa inyong suporta, sa inyong mga panalangin. Dahil kung hindi dahil sa inyo, hindi ko tayo aabot ng almost 13,000 subscribers. Araw-araw po ay umaabot tayo ng at least 500 na dadagdagan natin mga subscribers. So thank you so much. At ako po ay nanunumpa na talagang patuloy ko po kayong bibigyan ng serbisyo publiko sa pamamagitan po ng ating mga panauhin, ang ating mga nakakatsikahan na kwentuhan dito po sa PSTV Plus podcast. Kagaya po nitong ating mga kausap, siya po ay tubong Marikina. Siguro ay nung bata pa siya, nakikita ko na siya kasi ako ay pumupunta rin sa Marikina at siguro nakikita ko siya nung siya ay nag-aaral siguro sa sa Ateneo High School kasi magkatabi lang aming eskwelahan. So ang ating panauhin ngayon, napaka-interesting po at siya rin ay dating guro pero ngayon iba na ang he's still a teacher but he's teaching in a different, hindi naman academe, in a different perspective. Walang iba po, kundi si Kit Lau. Kit, magandang gabi. Good evening, Kit.
Magandang gabi po, Direk.
Kumusta ka? How are you?
Okay lang naman po.
Tama ba ako na tubong Marikina? Kit, yun ba yun? You're from Marikina?
Apo, tubong Marikina po.
Saan banda? Which part of Marikina are you, yung lumaki ka sa
Ako po ay sa boundary ng Concepcion 1 at Malanday.
Sa may SSS, yun ba yun? Parang ganon?
Hindi po, medyo malayo po. Kabilang side po. Medyo malapit po dun sa may simbahan.
Yes. Oo nga. Oo. So, doon ka lumaki and then nag-high school ka sa Ateneo, sa Loyola, and then saan ka nag-university, nag-kolehiyo, Kit?
Nagkolehiyo po ako sa UST po.
Oh, okay. So, from Marikina, nagko-commute ka. Meron namang MRT, LRT ba yun? MRT?
Apo, nag-LRT po.
Oo, from Katipunan, no? Tapos
Apo.
hanggang,
Baba ng Legarda.
Legarda, oo. Tapos, lakad ka na lang or sasakay ka pa ng jeep doon?
Depende po. Pagka nagmamadali, minsan sa tricycle, tapos minsan madalas po sa jeep.
Pedicab ba yun? Pedicab?
Pedicab. Apo, minsan depadjak.
Depadjak, oo. Now, ano ang kurso mo sa University of Santo Tomas?
Ang tinapos ko po ay Bachelor of Education, majoring in Special Education po.
Okay, Special Ed. Oo. Bakit Special Ed ang pinili mo? At bakit Education pala, Kit?
Habang story eh. Technically hindi ko po talaga alam yung gusto ko noon. So, at the time nung pumipili po ako ng kurso noon, ang gusto ko lang naman talaga noon is makatulong. Even yung teacher ko dati sa high school, parang tinanong ko, gusto ko lang naman makatulong. Pero sabi niya sa akin, actually kahit saan naman, makakatulong ka. So, medyo lost po ako noon. Pero ang gusto ko noon at the time, gusto ko sana mag-advertising. Kumuha ng course under advertising.
Okay.
Apo. Tapos, ang nangyari, parang I was asking my parents, parang kung anong tingin nila. Tapos parang sabi nila, ito, ba't di mo subukan mag-SPED? Kasi parang I think, at the time, I think parang okay yung SPED nun. Like there was like a demand for it. So instead na during the application, instead na parang ilagay ko sa first option, kasi di ba sa pagka nag-apply ka nun may first option ka, second option.
Correct. Oo.
Okay. So nung nag-apply po ako noon, instead of my first option was advertising,
Mhm.
parang siguro out of whim, nilagay ko na lang, sige mag-sped ako, subukan ko yung sped.
Mhm.
Tapos nilagay ko sa second choice yung advertising. Tapos nung testing na po, nung testing na nung sa USTET, doon ako pinag-test sa may advertising building, kung saan yung fine arts building.
Okay.
Kasi
Fine.
parang kasi kahit may second option ko yung advertising, parang may drawing exam pa yun eh. So when the results came, parang na waitlist ako dun sa advertising. Tapos under dun sa education, parang nasama ako sa parang list of parang top 100 students.
Oh, okay.
So technically parang sabi ko, okay. Siguro baka dito talaga dapat ako. Kasi parang hindi nga ako pumasa, or hindi man pumasa, na waitlist pa ako dun sa
Waitlist.
gusto ko talaga. So sabi ko, hindi ko na para i-contest. So sabi ko, sige, baka dito talaga ako. So wala talaga akong So I just went with it.
Okay. So it's a 4 years yun, ano? 4 years ba? 5
Yes po.
years?
Yes po, it's 4 years.
And then you took may board, di ba may board ang mga teachers sa Pilipinas? Licensure
Yes
pala,
po.
tawag nun?
Yes,
And
yung
then,
LET po.
Yung LET, oo. So,
Apo.
natapos mo yun, pinasa mo, and then you started teaching in
Yes po.
was it a preschool? Ano ngayon, saan ka nga nagturo nun?
So my first year of work, I was actually an assistant teacher sa isang Montessori school sa Katipunan, sa Abbas Orchard. Yep. So 1 year assistant teacher ako doon. Tapos after that year, I moved to a preschool sa Marikina. Yung Integrated School for Young Children, or ISYC. So I was a teacher there for 5 years.
Wow, okay. Before you moved
Apo.
to New Zealand?
Technically hindi po, kasi parang 6 years ako teaching. Tapos there was a year na parang nag-transition ako from teaching in the academe to fitness eh. Kasi parang dun po sa kalagitnaan, I think it was around 2016 na parang na-realize ko na parang may gusto akong ibang gawin. And that was fitness.
Fitness, okay.
Yep.
Oo.
So there was actually a year na nung nag-transition ako, I studied like fitness. I took like certifications. I took like a course. Tapos during that time, I met a friend, yung dati kong trainer, yung dati kong coach. Parang actually siya yung nag-open ng door sa akin eh. Siya yung parang nag-open ng eyes ko na parang, sa parang ko parang gusto ko to gusto ko tong gawin. So yeah. There was a year na parang I clearly remember it was 2016. I was actually working 2 jobs. I was a trainer. I was trying to be a trainer. I was learning to be a trainer, sorry. And then I was also teaching dun sa preschool.
Preschool, oo.
Yep. So I was weighing things. Tapos yun,
So
parang sabi ko,
ano yung tipping point? Yes, ano yun? Yung parang naisip mo, sige, ito na. Parang, ano yung tipping point ng ano?
Sad to say, syempre mga 6 years na ako nasa teaching field. It's sad to say, pero yung reality is, very underappreciated ang mga teachers.
Oh, yes.
I think it's not just in the Philippines, but even here sa New Zealand, or I think anywhere in any country. I'm not sure if do sa mga ibang first world countries, right? Like for example, let's say Denmark, Finland. I'm not so sure. But even here, like maybe you could also attest, di ba, Direk?
Oh, yes, of course. Oo.
So anywhere, so I think I actually have a heart for the teachers eh. Kasi I've been one eh. So alam ko kung ano yung struggle ng pagiging isang guro.
Mhm.
Even now yung wife ko actually.
Yes.
So
Oo.
she's still a teacher.
Mhm.
Um pero actually like she's in this point in her life na parang minsan inisip niya na rin na parang baka kailangan niya na ng change of career. Baka gusto niya na
Mm.
magbago. Oo. Kasi hindi naman po talaga hindi naman po um hindi naman po biro talaga maging isang guro.
Oo. Saka just to tell you, Kit, no, karamihan ng mga nakakausap ko, yung mga nagtuturo lalo na sa primary, no, or sa
Yes.
PCE, they will tell me that, oh, pare, 5, 6 years, and then, parang, they want to shift to another, parang ganon yung,
Mm.
they want to grow, and which is
Mm.
which is fine, no? Talagang ganun eh. So, yung training was the thing that you decided to focus on.
Yep.
Nakuha mo yung mga certification and everything, and then so you moved to New Zealand after the pandemic, no, after the lockdown, no. But your
Yes po.
wife to be was already here. Nandito na si wife mo, as she was already teaching here, and then you
Yes po.
followed yung. So nung dumating, Wellington ba kayo agad, or did you stay in any other part of New Zealand?
No, Wellington po. Wellington lang
Wellington
po
talaga.
talaga.
Oo, oo. So, ngayon, kaya ako, mga kabarangay, kaya ako nag-reach out kay Kit. Kasi nakita ko yung sa post niya, parang napaka-unusual na workshop o klase. No? Ito yun eh. Ito. Hindi to picture, pero ito yung the rope flow classes with Kit Lau. Ha? Rope flow eh. Akala ko parang rodeo ba yun or ano? So, Kit, ano ba yan rope flow na yan? What is it? Saan nag-upisa yan? And then, kwento ka, Kit.
Okay. I first encountered actually yung rope flow sa Pilipinas pa.
Okay.
Yes. It actually blew up. It went viral during the pandemic. Okay. Now, just the backstory of what rope flow is. Basically, it was founded by David Weck. So, David Weck is the inventor of the Bosu ball. So, kung nakikita nyo sa mga gym yung parang kalahating bola, yung parang balance ball. So, yun yung Bosu ball. So, basically, the guy who invented the Bosu ball is the same guy who founded rope flow. So, what is rope flow? Basically, it's very fluid movements, but it opens up doors to rotational movement training. So, pag sinabi mong rotational movement training, it's rotation. So, basically, pagka umiikot-ikot ka. Diba? Kasi usually, ngayon sa training, sa fitness industry, usually pagka nakikita mo mga tao sa gym, diba, usually mga nagbubuhat. Pero usually, majority of the exercises that you see are pretty much parang single movement lang or parang nasa single plane lang ng movement. So let's say for example, pagka gumagamit ka ng isang machine, 'di ba? So for example, pagka umupo ka doon sa chest press, 'di ba? Ito lang ang gumagalaw.
Yung back, forward, parang ganun
So
lang.
back forward, yes. So very very quote unquote very rigid yung movement ba? Parang nasa isang ano ka lang.
Oo. Yung iba
Nasa
Kit, parang up and down lang, di ba? Up and down,
Apo.
up and
So
down.
para kang nasa parang one dimension lang ba?
Okay. Oo.
Okay? So ngayon rope flow will give you the other dimension, which is yung rotational movement, diba? So meron tayong frontal plane, meron tayong transverse plane, meron tayong frontal plane, meron tayong sagittal plane, and meron tayong transverse plane. So basically, pag sinabi mong sagittal plane, so pagka hinati natin yung katawan dito sa gitna, so lahat ng gumagalaw dito sa side na to, yun yung parang mga sagittal plane movement. So pagka ginalaw ko tong ganyan, so imagine mo lang direct, 'di ba, may nahiwa ako dito sa gitna. So ito yung lahat ng gumagalaw dito sa hiwa na to, yan yung sagittal plane. Okay? Tapos ngayon, pag sinabi mong frontal plane naman, pag hiniwa ako dito sa gitna ko, this way, so lahat ng gumagalaw dito sa harap ko tsaka sa likod ko, so ganitong side, ito yung parang frontal plane. Okay?
Okay.
Tapos yung transverse plane naman, yun yung pagkahinati ka dito sa gitna. So lahat ng umiikot na ganito. So yun yung transverse plane. So basically, to make things simple, yung rope flow will actually teach a lot of people how to rotate better and how to move better. And it gives balance to the other forms of training. Kasi nga, kapag nasanay kasi yung katawan mo, pagka nag-adapt yung katawan mo sa parang isang bagay lang kasi, parang nagiging rigid eh. Nagiging very stiff. So, yung rope flow, ang ginagawa niya, it's very simple lang. Nagiging fluid yung movement. Oo.
Wow.
Kasi every day naman, 'di ba? Hindi naman tayo gumagalaw na parang mga robot, ba?
Robot, oo.
'Di ba? Every day meron tayong rotation na ginagawa, 'di ba? Pagka umalis ako dito sa upuan ko, 'di ba? Technically, iikot ako papunta dito, 'di ba? So, it gives a lot of body awareness, coordination, joint mobility, tapos yung spinal mobility, which is again like yung spine natin, 'di ba? Ang spine natin hindi lang naman yan gagalaw ng pag ganito at saka pag ganito eh. So ang spines natin gumagalaw yan, nagro-rotate yan. Kahit may mga malilit na rotation yan, gumagalaw yan eh. So, yes, ang kinaganda ng rope flow is it's very ano tawag dito? Very pleasing or very soft to the eye. Hindi siya ganun ka ano ba tawag dito? Hindi siya
hindi siya abrupt o hindi siya in your face, parang ganun.
Opo, tsaka hindi siya intimidating ba? Kasi parang it's bringing play back as well. So yung laro. So obviously pagka habang tumatanda kasi tayo, nawawala kasi sa atin yun yung pagkabata natin, yung parang naglalaro tayo, di ba? So technically pagka nung bata ka, technically mas marami kang physical abilities ba na nagagawa. I believe in the saying na if you don't use it, you lose it.
You lose it, yes. Correct.
Yes, so for example, nung bata ka siguro baka madalas kang tumakbo or madalas kang tumalon. Diba? So pagka hindi mo kasi nagagamit yung mga skill na yun, natutulog yung mga skill na yun sa likod ng utak mo eh.
Oh, okay.
Diba? So
latent, parang gano'n.
Nagiging dormant ba?
Dormant pala, oo.
Oo. And actually, very important kasi ang movement. I really believe in it. I actually remember there was a time nung nasa Philippines pa ako. And I think this goes back to the importance of teaching sa yung physical education ba? Sa pagtuturo sa mga kabataan. Kasi ngayon napapansin natin yung trends kasi 'di ba parang meron ng technology. So I believe that there are like pros and cons when it comes to like using technology. But again, too much of something is bad pa din, 'di ba? So I remember one time nung nagte-train pa ako sa Philippines, may pumasok dun sa gym namin dati, nanay siya, tapos meron siyang, dala-dala niya yung anak niya na 7-year-old. Hindi ko alam kung 7-year-old or 8-year-old eh. Tapos parang, pinapatrain niya sa akin yung anak niya. Tapos, there was a simple task na pinagawa ko dun sa bata. parang sabi ko, okay, so parang talon ka from, gumawa ko ng line sa
Mm.
floor.
Mm.
Sabi ko, gusto ko lang tumalon ka from this line
Mm.
going to, parang just cross it by just hopping over it.
Mm.
And actually, it was not really amazing. It's saddening na a 7-year-old hindi niya magawa yung skill na yon
Mm.
at
Mhm.
7. Kasi parang naalala ko ang nireklamo sa akin nung mom ay
Mhm.
parang, hindi kasi gumagalaw yung anak ko, parang madalas na sa tablet na
Gadget.
lang, naglalaro na lang, nasa gadget.
Gadget.
Oo.
Mm.
Oo.
Mhm.
So, dun mo maano yun na parang, kailangan ng tao to eh. Kailangan ng movement eh.
Mm.
Mm.
So, Kit, yung rope flow, you don't use a rope. Ganun ba yun? Parang, or may rope yan. Yung
Meron
rope,
po.
yung
Yes. Meron
meron.
po.
Okay. So, when you move, may rope, parang ganun.
Yes po. So, ano po siya,
Oh.
para siyang pinsan ng jumping rope. So, technically, hindi ka tumatalon.
Oo.
Parang a lot of like fluid movements lang. You're like throwing the rope on the left side
Mm.
and on the right side.
Mhm. Now I
Mm-mm.
see. Mga kabarangay, kung gusto nyong makita in action, no? Ito po yung mga social media pages ni Kit, no? Sa FB, pumunta lang po kayo, The Fit Kit. Siya yun, Fit Kit. Kit is fit. At sa Instagram ay @_ The Fit Kit _. No? So nandun may mga pictures, may mga photos, and contact details, no? Para sa, kasi Kit was telling me, he is building up the interest for this, no? Kasi bago-bago lang siya. So may mga introductory classes pa ginagawa si Kit diyan sa Wellington. Can you tell us a bit about that, mga classes na yan, Kit? Saan ba ginagawa? And then of course there's a fee for that. Kung ano mga detalye diyan, Kit?
Okay. So far po, again, like we're trying to build the community here in Wellington.
Mhm.
There are actually, I know a few friends actually in Auckland who are also building the community there as well.
So meron din okay, okay, okay.
Yes, meron din po dyan. Again, so ito kasing rope flow ay nag-start to mag-viral again. Like this was, I think it was 2020 or 2021. Basta during the pandemic po. Nag-viral po to sa Pilipinas. It really helped a lot of people during the pandemic kasi especially nung pandemic po, nasa loob lang ng bahay, di ba?
Ay, oo.
Wala masyadong movement. Tapos, yung mental stress din po ba? Pagka po kasi natuto ka mag-rope flow, it's ano din po, it's a way of meditation din po. It's very meditating. It's very good for, not only for the body, it's good for the brain, it's good for the soul. Ayun, so, yeah, this was during the pandemic. Tapos, dahil nga, geographically, ang New Zealand po ay napakalayo po talaga sa lahat. So, hindi naman po sinasadya ng New Zealand, pero yung trends po kasi dito, they really come here late.
Oh yes, that's true.
Okay.
Oo.
So, ngayon po, I actually saw that opportunity to be able to share it here. So yeah, so I think it was it was late last year.
Mhm.
Late last year or like mid last year when I started learning and at the same time been teaching like a few friends here.
Mhm.
So ngayon again like we're trying to build up the community. So recently I'm now working with another trainer here. So we're trying to build again the community, and then we set up like the classes already.
Mhm.
So the last class was last Saturday, and we have the next 2 Saturdays would be next Saturday, September 27,
Yes.
and the fortnight after that, which is I think October 11.
Mhm.
October 11. Oh, October 11. So we are doing this at Teawaha. So yun yung building at Dixon Street
Mhm.
sa City Center.
Okay.
Um, so the one next week, that will be from 1 to 2:30 p.m.
Mhm.
And then the one at October 11 will be 11:30 to 1.
Okay. Mhm.
Yep. And then basically it's going to be $20 per class, and we're
Mhm.
limiting it to 20 people per class.
Okay. Oo. So ano yung kailangan i-prepare niya? I mean, if a gear, kailangan ng gear, kung may isusuot ba siya or ano, kit.
Wala naman po. So technically, pagka pumunta doon, we provide the ropes naman.
Mhm.
Tapos you just have to go in there with comfortable clothes. Preferably, pagka yung workout clothes mo, kung ano yung pinagtitraining mo.
Mhm.
Tapos siguro dala lang ng water bottle, and then just make sure na kumain, may laman, may konting laman ng tiyan. Kasi
Mhm.
it's still an exercise, it's still physical
Mhm.
activity. Yeah.
Mhm.
So yun lang naman po.
May age limit ba yan? Kit?
Wala pong age limit.
Oh, okay. Yung mga thunders kagaya ko, pwede. Parang ganon.
Pwede po. Actually, ito nga po yung kinaganda kasi nga um, row flow is for everyone. I really believe that it's for everyone.
Aha.
Whether you're young, or actually, o kung young at heart ka. So yun po ang gusto natin. Lalo na po actually sa mga nakakatanda, kasi nga po again, like yung sinabi ko kanina, like as we age, we
Mhm.
tend to lose like the physical abilities that we used to do.
Okay.
Kaya maganda siyang way to reawaken yung mga skills na yun.
Mhm. Mm. And it's something, ano to, yung hindi naman siya strenuous masyado, and it's not expensive, di ba? And
Apo,
gusto ko yung sinasabi ni Kit na yung balikan mo yung dating skills mo di ba? Nung bata ka, no? Parang
apo,
all of us, I'm sure, lalo na yung mga lumaki sa probinsya, kahit nasa Metro Manila, di ba?
apo.
Nagtatakbuhan, umaakyat ng mga puno, yung mga ganyan, and then now that we are in a first world country, and minsan hindi na natin ginagawa yun, no? So this is
Mm.
one way of doing itong rope flow classes. Kailan nga ulit ito, Kit?
So the next one we'll have is September 27.
27, okay.
Yep.
Mhm.
That is 1 o'clock to 2:30. And then the next one will be October 11,
Mhm.
11:30 to 1. They're
11:30 to
both, yep, they're both gonna be at Teawaha.
Teawaha
Apo.
Center sa may
Yes po.
sa may CBD yan, sa Wellington CBD.
Yes po, sa may Dixon Street po.
Dixon Street. Okay. So, and it's at least ano to, kailangan may laman yung tiyan para ano, kasi exercise din yan. And
Apo.
also, it's $20 per class, di ba?
Yes, it's
Parang
$20 per class.
$20 per class. And there are two persons who will train you, si Kit, and you have a business partner doing this also.
Yes.
Kasi sana nung last weekend nasa Wellington ako, I wanted to watch South Border. Sabi ko kay Kit, sige, gawa natin ng podcast, patapos puntahan ko ikaw kasi gusto ko makita yung ano. But we will still do that, Kit. Ano lang naman malapit
Apo.
lang yung Wellington At
Apo.
good luck dito sa yung ginagawa, no? It's something that you're passionate about, and you're building the community of people who are interested in the rope flow. But at the same time, you're also a fitness trainer, no? So hindi lang yan ang ginagawa mo. So you do also you're a fitness consultant, and you're affiliated with a gym. Am I correct, Kit?
Yes po. So, I work po for the council gym. So, sa Club Active po. So, yun po. Doon po ako as a fitness consultant sa Club
Fitness
Active.
consultant, oo. So, dun sa mga interesado po, no, sa Facebook, yung hanapin lamang yung page ng The Fit Kit, at sa Instagram, yung @_the Fit Kit_. At dun makikita nyo yung mga ginagawa ni na Kit, and also yung mga yung mga contact details, no, para you can get in touch and makipag-ugnayan kina Kit. Kit, maraming salamat. All the best sa iyong ginagawa, at definitely pag nandyan ako sa Wellington, talagang gusto kong makita yung in action, yung yung ginagawa mo, no?
Opo.
I will be there sometime middle of November. Sabihin ko sa iyo kung kailan, kung hopefully may klase ka nung weekend na yon.
Opo. Sana po.
Oo. So, it's every fortnight lang yung classes mo. Yung parang kanina nasabi mo is 27, tapos yung susunod October 11.
Again, like sa ngayon po actually nag-establish nga kami ng 3 classes. The last one was last Saturday, and then we have like these next 2. So, after these next 2 classes, pag-uusapan namin nung business partner ko kung saan namin dadalhin next Kasi actually there's like a technical problem. Yung hinahire naming space na to do classes, actually magsasara po kasi siya.
Oh.
So now, actually ngayon pa lang
magsasara na siya? Totally? Or
Opo, magsasara na po siya. So actually, even the last few weeks, naghahanap na kami ng malilipatan namin. Tapos yes, like we're also trying to build nga the community. We do have like a group, community group chat or page. So gusto namin kasi buhayin ngayon para nga mas madali siyang mas madali mag-dissipate ng information kung saan gagawin yung classes or not. Kasi actually gusto kasi namin to doing it outdoors para naging
lalo na ngayon kasi magsa-summer na. Pwede yan.
Opo. So, yun po actually yung goal namin. Actually, the vision, we actually call it Project Flow. So,
nice.
yes. So that is the project, that is the vision, is to be able to spread this very beautiful movement practice na parang at least pagka nakakita kami ng tao sa labas na ginagawa nila by themselves, feeling ko magiging fulfilled kami.
So you want to pass it on to others also.
So we want to pass it on to others, and at the same time, syempre like dalawa lang naman kami na nagtuturo here at the moment, and then they're like my friends, they're nga in Auckland. So obviously like it's not a job, it's not a one-man job, diba? So kailangan may mag-pass on So kung magagawa kong ituro siya, kuwari, let's say for example dito sa Johnsonville, diba? Okay, I'll do my part siguro sa city. Pero like say for example, may mga tao sa Hamilton, may mga tao sa Christchurch, may mga tao sa So sila na bahala doon. So our job is to just like spread this movement or like teach it so that people could pass it on.
Oo, kama. You ignite the fire and then the spark, and then yun na yun. Gagawin na. Maraming salamat, Kit, quite interesting itong iyong advocacy, no, to help people. And so it's a very laudable project. Yung The Fit Kit, puntahan nyo lang sa Facebook page o di kaya sa Instagram _The Fit Kit _ no? So thank you so much.
Maraming salamat po, Direk, sa pag-imbita.
Oo, ako nag-enjoy talaga ako dito. So and then nung sinabi ni Kit na pwede pa kahit thunders, yun, parang medyo...
Pwede po. Pwede po.
Kasi
actually may isang
Oh,
May isang client nga po ako, parang 70 something years old, 80 something
uy,
years
mas
old.
matanda sa akin yun. Okay, pwede na,
Apo.
ano siya, nagpa-participate siya. Okay na yan.
Actually, home service ko siya eh. So, tinuturuan ko
So,
rin po siya.
so, so you also do that with special like clients and special arrangements, no? Ano?
Yes po.
Oh, that's good. And mga kabarangay, si Kit po is a certified, well-trained fitness trainer. So hindi siya yung ano matawag noon, yung parang sa YouTube lang niya pinag-aralan, parang ganoon eh. Talagang ano yan, scientifically trained, no? So maraming salamat muli, Kit, ha?
Maraming
Maraming
salamat po.
salamat. And all the best and good luck. At nais ko rin magpasalamat sa ating mga tagapanood, tagapakinig dahil pinayagan nyo kami ni Kit Lau pumasok sa inyong mga tahanan, sa inyong mga puso sa mga panahon nito para sa isang edisyon ng PSTV Plus Podcast, ang ating Barangay New Zealand, lalong lumalaki. Maraming salamat. Thank you. Take care and God bless. Goodbye for now.